everyone, welcome to YourPedia and welcome to the series of reading and writing with me, that is I am Shobhya, your SAT mentor. Now whenever I pop up with a new video, my basic purpose is to provide you with the best of information, the most authentic one, give you the generic ideas, and the most important is to practice the questions together with certain hacks whichever we can accommodate. Now today I am going to showcase a glimpse of you that what do exactly the questions of SAT do look like, and that too vocabulary based. When I talk about the vocabulary based questions, they come up from one major segments out of the four, and that is craft and structure. By craft and structure, I would say it out as last time we have practiced a question which was majorly on, you can say, the easier level was adopted. Today we are going to practice questions which are moderate level based, and secondly, which I have told you previously also, the questions in SAT are vocabulary based and that too contextual. By contextual is that yes, here I am presenting you one argument, one statement is being presented, one reading passage is there. Now while reading it out, we will understand the context and accordingly we will fill up the blank which is the most precise word over here. Now it gives us a relief, a big relief that we don't have to memorize all the tough words, only by understanding the context and by getting a generic idea that what do the question or the statement demands, we can put up our word. So don't need to memorize all the tough words. Cheers to that thing. Now let's get started with today's question. The question is, Shakespeare intentionally provided no stage directions for his play Macbeth regarding whether to have bankers' ghost physically present on stage or simply to have Macbeth react fearfully to something invisible. Now whenever a punctuation mark appears, do pause for a second and read the statement again. Now there is a Shakespeare, and Shakespeare intentionally, that means purposefully, he provided no stage directions for his play Macbeth. Now for his play, he is providing no stage directions. Regarding whether to have bankers' ghost physically present on stage, that whether the ghost should be present on the stage or it should be Macbeth react fearfully to something invisible, or Macbeth should be reacting something that there is something but that is invisible. So he has not provided any direction. A ghost needs to be present, a ghost need not to be present. Now thus, now this is leading to what? Leading to kind of, you can say, it's freedom for us that whatever you want to do, whatever you think about is, you are open to it. Whosoever is planning for the stage or the, you can say, who is drafting it out, all the ideas, he is free to it. Now what they are leading is, thus leading to providing future directors. Now all the future directors who are going to come up with the dash to indulge, with the indulges to be accommodated, to be present in their own artistic interpretations. Like this is giving a freedom to all the future directors to have what? To have the indulgence of their own artistic interpretations. So it's a kind of which word we felt nearer. This is termed as freedom, and it's a shadow word for all of us. A shadow word is like something which came in our mind without reading these four options. That is a shadow word. Now let's read the question. Which choice completes the text with the most logical and precise word? We are given with the four options. Confusion. Confusion is this providing a confusion? But it's not providing a confusion because here they are being indulged in their own artistic interpretations. Apni artistic interpretations ko you are welcoming it out. If you are welcoming it out, it's not creating any confusion. So we are not aware about this word. Confusion is to be puzzled in any situation. Dedication. Dedication is to focus on one thing, and dedication, does it suit? I don't think so. Instruction, to provide a fixed plan to something, and liberty, that is kind of freedom. Now instruction is totally irrelevant because it's quite opposite of what we are demanding. According to me, let's go for the simple option, and I feel liberty can be one. Let's go to the answer section and provide its explanation. So it is D option. This is a vocabulary question, so it is coming from craft and structure. As it's asking for the logical and precise word or a phrase for the blank, Read the text and highlight that help you fill in the blank. The text states that Shakespeare intentionally provided no stage directions as to what happened in a stage. So it's logical that he meant to allot future directors to use their own artistic interpretations. A good word can be freedom, which we chose already as a shadow word. A and B are wrong because obviously your confusion and dedication, they are not matching with freedom. C is wrong because it's opposite of what we are demanding. Instructionist, which is already channelizing something, we are not being channelized. And D is the correct because liberty matches with freedom. Now see, it's very easy. It's a moderate level question which is providing you a glimpse of the vocabulary based question which can come up in the examination. Now, let's go. The only difficulty which I found is when you are reading the statement, you find very heavy words. Sometimes you find that it's a long statement. You remember when we were solving some easier level questions from easier module, the statements were very simple, they were very short, right? So you felt the need, they're very easier context. In moderate, what I felt the need is only the textual context length is increasing, the words are tough, that's it. Understanding or the context remains the same and it's very easy to crack. Let's go for the second question now. Now they are talking about a German-Dutch paleontologist, Ralph van Koningsveld. Now there's a person, he's a German-Dutch paleontologist, a person who studies in depth the science, or you can say the branch of science which is concerned with the fossils of animals and plants. So he is a kind of expert in that field, right? So he's talking about this, that he was the first to discover, like he was the first person to discover the fossilized remains of, now this word, that is, I might be pronouncing wrong, but this is an extinct genus of ape. When I talk about is Gigantopithecus blacki, a gargantuan ape, believed to have lived during the Palestine. This is known as the Palestine epoch, that is that era, because, now read it out again. They are talking about, there is a German-Dutch paleontologist, an expert in the field of studying the fossils of plants and the animals. It's the name of that person, Ralph van Koningsveld. He was the first to discover the fossilized remains. Now, he was the first one who discovered the remains of Gigantopithecus blacki, that is a kind of extinct genus of ape, and a gargantuan, that is a ape believed to have lived during the Pleistocene epoch. Because the fossils were exclusively found in the caves of southern China, many experts believe that the species was dashed to that region. That is, again punctuation, pause. Claiming to have found remains of Gigantopithecus elsewhere would be mistaken. Now they are talking, there was one kind of, you can say, extinct species, and that was believed to found in this era. Now the fossils they were exclusively, particularly found in this area. Now the experts believe that the species was dashed to that region. The species was what to that region? Because anyone claiming to have found the remains of that species elsewhere, like the remains of that species cannot be found elsewhere, that is, the species could be found in that limited, in that particular, in that only region. That is the word we can say. So that was only in that region. That can be the shadow word. We have got 4 options. Again, we have to precise it out. Restrict, that means only open to that thing. Eliminated from, that is, it's not present. It's completely opposite. We cannot. Common also does not match with only. If something is only present, particular in that region, it can't be common everywhere. Unknown, it is not possible because they are saying that if anywhere else it is found, that is a mistake. But in that region it is found, it is absolutely correct. So accordingly, we can say that we are getting a closer hint to restricted to. Let's go for the explanation. This is again a vocabulary based question from Crafts and Ideas, as it is asking for a logical and precise word and a phrase for the blank. Read the text and highlight what can help you fill in the blank. The text states that fossils were exclusively found in the southern China and that anyone claiming to have the remains of Gigantopithecus elsewhere would be mistaken. A good phrase for the annotation for this information would be only in that region. So it's a kind of shadow word for you which you have to fill up. I always prefer while in my GRE classes or in the SAT ones that there is a difference while poaching for both the questions. In GRE, the reasoning, the high frequency words, they are very high level. In SAT, they are very moderate, they are very easier, and they are just related to context. That's a plus point in SAT. So it's only to that region, only in. We said that first is restricted, that means only in, that's the right word. B and C are wrong because we are getting opposite. Eliminated is not present. Common is something that is already present and does not match with only in, and obviously unknown is also not matching with it. So here to the end of the 2 important questions which I got for you that were based on the moderate level. I hope you understand that the kind of question level which are being asked in the examination are vocabulary based, which comes from craft and ideas, craft and structure, and they are quite of context based vocabulary. So all the best, and I'm going to come up with the next video with the harder level of questions. That's going to give you exact simulation of the easier, moderate and the hard level. Stay tuned for more videos, and yes, all the best, take care and have a nice day.